Most people think holiday eating automatically means fat gain, but only a few foods actually spike insulin and flip on fat storage. Today, you'll learn 10 holiday foods you can basically eat unlimited because they keep insulin low, fill you fast, and don't trigger binge mode. And we're starting with the most controversial one, prime rib. Prime rib looks like the ultimate holiday weight gain trap, but it's actually one of the safest things on the table. When it's not coated in sugary glaze, it's just protein and fat, the two macronutrients that barely move insulin compared to rolls, stuffing, or pie. And because it's so rich, your stomach reacts quickly. Fullness hormones fire early, and your appetite shuts down long before you can overdo it. It's naturally self-limiting. Nobody mindlessly plows through 2 pounds of prime rib. If your family doesn't serve prime rib, ribeye, New York strip, and top sirloin work the same way. As long as it's beefy, fatty, and not sweet, your insulin stays calm and your stopping point comes fast. Starting your meal with a few bites of steak takes the edge off instantly. And if a heavy steak can actually protect you, wait until you see what a bitter piece of chocolate does next. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate at 85% and up barely contains sugar, so your glucose and insulin hardly move. But the real magic is how intense it tastes. It's rich, fatty, and slightly bitter, the perfect mix for fast satisfaction. 2 slow bites feel like a full dessert moment without opening the I need more loop that cookies and fudge trigger. This is why dark chocolate works so well after a big meal. You get the sweet signal your brain wants, but you avoid the sugar spike that normally sends you back for seconds. During holidays, that tiny moment of satisfaction can save you from a full dessert spiral. But what if you want something bigger, something that actually feels like a whole dessert? That's where berries and cream step in. Whipped cream with berries. Lightly sweetened or sugar-free whipped cream is almost pure fat, which means minimal insulin. Add berries, the lowest sugar fruit at most holiday dinners, and you get a dessert that feels generous but lands softly. The berries give your stomach volume and fiber, while the cream adds richness that tells your brain, yep, dessert happened. This combo satisfies the craving without triggering the binge. You get sweetness, fullness, and a smooth blood sugar curve. Now let's move past desserts entirely, because the next food is the ultimate party shield hiding in plain sight. Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp cocktail is one of the easiest ways to stay in control at a holiday party. Shrimp is almost pure protein with barely any carbs, so insulin hardly moves when you eat it. Protein also makes you feel full fast because your stomach gets something solid, your jaw slows you down, and your brain gets a clear "we're fine" signal early. What makes shrimp even better is the natural pace. You grab one, dip it, chew, talk. It forces you into slow eating instead of rapid, mindless nibbling that happens with chips or crackers. 10 relaxed minutes with shrimp can settle your whole appetite before dinner even starts. And once you've calmed your hunger at the party table, the next food helps you control the main plate itself. Roasted Brussels sprouts. Roasted Brussels sprouts are a secret weapon at holiday meals. They're low in calories but take up a ton of space, which matters because your stomach's stretch sensors respond to pressure, not math. A big serving of sprouts hits those sensors quickly and sends strong fullness signals before you've eaten much at all. They're also high in fiber and low on the glycemic scale, which keeps cravings quieter later. And when they're roasted, you get caramelized flavor that feels hearty, not healthy. Filling half your plate with sprouts instantly reduces how much room is left for stuffing, potatoes, and rolls without feeling like you skipped anything. And once your plate has that solid base, the next food keeps you satisfied for hours. Smoked turkey breast. Smoked turkey breast does a lot of quiet work during holiday meals. Because it's mostly lean protein, insulin stays low and your fullness hormones rise quickly. A few slices can settle your appetite long after dinner, which helps you avoid grazing on the heavier sides. Turkey also slows you down. It's denser and chewier than most holiday foods, so you eat it more mindfully and hit your natural stopping point earlier. It's the opposite of bread or sweets, which disappear instantly and leave you wanting more. Starting your meal with turkey gives your body what it needs to stay calm and avoid overeating. And once your hunger is dialed down, the next item adds even more fullness with almost no calories at all. Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are one of those holiday foods that feel rich, but actually help you stay in control. An egg is already a mix of protein and fat, which keeps insulin low. If you make the filling without sugary relish or sweet sauces, you still get the same low insulin combo, just with more flavor. What makes deviled eggs so effective is how quickly they hit your fullness signals. The yolk is naturally rich, so after one or two, your body starts telling you to slow down. That richness is your built-in speed limit. You don't accidentally binge on deviled eggs the way you do with chips or pretzels. Grabbing a couple before a buffet or big dinner takes the edge off and stops you from piling your plate too high. And once your hunger calms down, the next food helps you fill your plate without filling your calories. Roasted mushrooms. Roasted mushrooms are one of the smartest fillers you can use during a holiday meal. They're extremely low in calories and carbs, so insulin barely reacts to them. But once they're roasted, they taste savory and satisfying, almost meaty, which tricks your brain into treating them like a real side, not a lightweight vegetable. Because mushrooms are mostly water and fiber, they take up space without adding much energy. That means your stomach fills faster, you chew more, and you reach that comfortable "I'm good" point sooner. Adding a big scoop of mushrooms next to your sprouts and turkey instantly makes your plate feel full while quietly reducing how much room is left for the heavier dishes. And once your plate feels grounded and balanced, the next food helps you stop cravings before they even start. Fermented vegetables and pickles. Fermented vegetables and pickles are tiny but powerful tools during holiday eating. They're extremely low in calories and carbs, so insulin barely notices them. The vinegar helps smooth out blood sugar after a meal, which is huge because steady blood sugar means fewer "I need something sweet" cravings. And the salty, sour, crunchy hit is strong enough to interrupt almost any urge to snack. That's why they work so well between meals. When you feel yourself drifting back toward the dessert table, a couple pickles or a bite of sauerkraut can snap you out of it instantly. They're too intense to overeat and too low impact to cause problems. And once cravings are quiet, the next food helps you control the entire meal before the main dishes even arrive. Broth-based soup. A simple broth-based soup is one of the most effective holiday tricks you can use. It's mostly warm water with a few vegetables, or a bit of protein, so insulin stays calm. But the volume fills your stomach quickly, activating those stretch sensors that tell your brain you're already getting full. That means when the big dishes come out, you naturally eat slower and stop sooner, without trying. Studies suggest that starting with a low-calorie soup leads people to eat less afterwards simply because their body feels satisfied earlier. On holidays, that built-in portion control is a lifesaver. If soup is offered, take it first and enjoy it slowly. It gives you a calm, steady starting point for the rest of the meal. And now that all 10 foods are covered, the last step is knowing how to use them together during real holiday chaos. The simplest way to stay in control during holiday meals is to start with one helpful food. Before the heavy dishes arrive, eat something from the list. A small bowl of broth, a couple deviled eggs, some shrimp, or a big scoop of sprouts. This gives your stomach a head start so you don't walk into dinner hungry and ready to overeat. It's a tiny move that changes how your whole meal feels, because once your stomach isn't yelling, you make calmer choices without even thinking about it. When you build your plate, use the simple safe plate idea: half vegetables, some protein, and whatever space is left for the richer foods. Putting sprouts or mushrooms on first automatically limits how much room is left for stuffing and rolls. Then add turkey or steak to keep your appetite steady and your insulin low. The order matters more than the total: volume first, protein second, everything else third. Between meals, cravings will show up, but they don't have to take over. A few pickles or 2 squares of dark chocolate can shut that feeling down fast. These quick hits keep your appetite stable without starting a snack spiral. And for dessert, start with berries and cream or dark chocolate so the rest of the treats don't pull you in as strongly. It turns the dessert table from a trap into a choice. If this made holiday eating feel a little less stressful, perfect. Mission accomplished. I've got one more video lined up for you next. It'll make all of this feel even easier and probably make you laugh while your stomach finishes arguing with your brain. Go watch that next one. Fred approves.